Today on the net, the 2011 budget presented by Barack Obama causes much reaction online. An international agreement destined to protect intellectual property rights concerns web users. And a British gangster who led his gang from his prison cell via Facebook. On Monday, American President Barack Obama submitted to Congress a $3.83 trillion budget plan for 2011. A budget plan focused on fighting unemployment and bringing deficit under control. The web reacts. As Barack Obama explains in this video put online last week on the White House's website, the priority is to boost employment in the country. And this will be achieved, notably, by offering tax credits to businesses so that they can start to hire again as quickly as possible.
And since the true engines of job creation are America's businesses, I've proposed tax credits to help them hire new workers, raise wages, and invest in new plants and equipment.
A budget which focuses on employment, but also on certain other reforms dear to the president. In this video, the Democrat Senator, Jeff Bingaman, applauds Obama's efforts to boost the economy whilst maintaining the budget planned for the reforms in the health system. Despite these announcements, some believe that the 2011 budget does, however, pose some problems. This association, which campaigns against the war in Afghanistan, is disappointed that Obama is not reducing military spending, as it believes that the Afghan conflict costs the American taxpayers far too much. Others, like this web user, say that the spending cuts are not large enough. He believes that the measures announced by Obama will make a paltry saving when compared to America's huge deficit, calculated at $1.6 trillion. And Americans are worried about the ever-rising national debt. It's estimated at over $12.3 trillion. Many American citizens, like these video bloggers, are questioning the president over the measures he intends to take to bring the debt down to a reasonable level. Last week, representatives from 39 nations met in Mexico for the 7th phase in negotiations on ACTA, the anti-counterfeiting trade agreement. The treaty aims, amongst other things, to protect copyright online and is causing strong concern in parts of the blogosphere. For many, like the creators of this video, if the treaty was adopted, it could damage individual freedom on the web. They believe that ACTA is assimilated with potential censorship on the web.
That would, in short, end the internet as we currently know it, they have shown.
Others, like this extremely annoyed video blogger, condemn a treaty which in the end would only protect the interests of certain large companies, to the detriment of the interests of citizens and net users. The NGO Reporters Without Borders has posted on their website several measures which could be adopted if the treaty had to come to fruition. Governments could, for example, put automatic web filtering into place, or limit the access to certain information, measures which the NGO deem threatening to freedom of speech. But for the moment, it's difficult to get more precise information, because, as this French Association for the Protection of Web Users reminds us, the ACTA negotiations are secret. The association invites citizens to sign an open letter addressed to the European Parliament to express their opposition to the adoption of this bill. Meanwhile, the campaigning on social networks is just as significant. On Facebook, thousands of opponents of the treaty have joined these groups, which call to the different governments involved to stop their negotiations. The Metropolitan Opera of New York has just launched its web radio. It plays famous operas 24 hours a day, and performances are often broadcast live from the Met stage. Colin Gunn is currently serving 35 years in prison in Great Britain, but he continued to head up his gang from his prison cell via Facebook. The prison authorities had in fact allowed him to connect to the internet, a connection which he used to manage his drug trafficking. His account is now closed. After 10 years of living together, Jeff and Erin are to be married on the 10th of October. And here's the invitation this Australian couple have sent to their friends and family. A video worthy of the trailers from the biggest Hollywood productions.
Jeffrey Wong and Aaron Martin in The Wedding of Jeff and Aaron.